What screams I'm American? When I was in middle school, my family and I were having dinner with one of my parents' friends. He, like my parents, was an immigrant from Korea, and he asked me, would you say you're more Korean or more American? I, being the shit-faced preteen that I was, responded, neither. I'm an individual. He was taken aback at this ridiculous response, and after a moment, said, wow, that's the most American answer you could have given me. Catching a home run in your beer, then drinking it. As a Korean American in a predominantly Korean community, Americans are way more concerned with their freedom and independence, whereas Koreans don't mind fitting into a mold, and will gladly admit that the reason why they believe, or do the things they do, is because they were brought up that way. There's dogmatism in both camps, though. On a related note, Americans love novelty. Koreans are quite uncomfortable things that are different from what they're used to. For example, I can't introduce new flavors when I cook for my community, or take them to new places without offending someone's tastes. Another example is that talking about homosexuality makes people in my community squirm. Americans are more willing to do exercise and move around, despite our obesity epidemic. Koreans are allergic to sweating. I'm having a really hard time finding a bouldering partner in my community. On the other hand, Americans seem to spend a good chunk of their lives trying to convert what they love to do into an actual means of making money. Koreans, from an early age, have it drilled into them that working hard, getting a high-paying job, and getting married is the entire lot of life, and doing what you love is super rare, and not viable for 95% of the population. There's more, and I'm generalizing a lot here, but this is coming from someone who's deeply rooted in both American and Korean culture. Blasting their political opinions via bumper stickers. Saying that America is the greatest country on earth, while having never visited another country. Thinking that the US is the only country that has freedom in the world as well. The other week in Munich I carried a beer in public while walking next to the nudist fields down a path toward the river surface, where there's no lifeguard. All the while thinking about how free I'm back in the US. Cargo shorts and a baseball hat. When I was visiting Seoul, I'm Korean American. While I was waiting for the train at a subway station, an American tourist who looked really lost saw me out of a crowd of several dozen other Koreans, speed walked directly at me, and asked me for directions in full-on English. I think my oversized / stretched out shirt and cargo shorts gave me away. Seoul is a very fashionable city. The way you guys say roof. Americans that travel tend to say what state they are from before they say what country, with some kind of expectation that we all know where that is. Considering a 1 to 2 hour car commute an everyday experience, additionally driving more than 3 hours just to see a friend for an afternoon. Last 4th of July my girlfriend's mom lectured us about how much sugar was in watermelon as she ate a cookie dough pizza. Financially scared of being sick or injured while eating and drinking, like they have universal healthcare. It's the USA. Go big or go hungry. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Living in a rural area and questioning if you are currently hearing gunshots or fireworks. You never know. It's a surprise every time. I used to live in a city and played that same game. Wanting to raid Area 51. I'm sure the Russians want in on that too. American flag bumper sticker on a pickup truck. I say the bald eagle or American flag decal over the entire back window of the truck. Also, Confederate flags on pickups, which is funny, considering it literally represents an entity that hated the US so much, they left it and fought against it. Glazed donut, bacon burger, and eagles. My husband is American, and when I first pointed out some Americans to him in our town he didn't believe me. We walked past them, so we could hear them talking. He was shocked. He had no idea baseball hats and running shoes on old ladies screams American. Florida men. During my cousin's graduation party this weekend, we lit off some leftover fireworks. While doing that, the DJ decided to stop playing high school dance songs to playing Proud to Be an American. It was possibly the cheesiest thing I've seen, and would have been embarrassed if I wasn't too busy blowing things up. Us Americans, we don't walk anywhere. We travel as the good Lord intended, in the largest possible vehicle with the maximum horsepower allowed by local law enforcement. And if there's no cars available, we find the biggest, nastiest, meanest land animal we possibly can, beat the crap out of it, and saddle that puppy up. Being comfortable with driving over an hour to go somewhere. So many times I've heard Europeans or Australians in TV series complain about needing to drive 25 kilometers or something like that. As an Australian, I don't get why you are lumping us in with Europeans, excluding inner city dwellers. Our cities alone are huge, and it can take 2 hours just to get from one side to the other. In some places in Europe, if you drive that long, you are in the next country. Many Aussies live rural where the nearest store is 1 to 2 hours away, and most of us have the same attitude as Americans about distance. Many of us are used to road tripping 900 km plus in a day to get to the next capital city, whereas my European friends think it is a big deal to travel to the next nearest city, which might only be 1 hour away. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that bell to turn on notifications, so you'll be sure to know when the next video comes out. Want to watch some more? Check out my other videos. I really do appreciate everyone who helps make these videos possible. And as always, thanks for watching.